Hello everyone, this is Feeks. I'm gonna show you guys just different caps that are in this game, like the 360 version. Like obviously the world isn't unlimited like the PC, and you can't build as high and everything like that. But there's some other kind of dumb limitations to this game. But it's all just to make the game reliable and run fast. Well, the first thing is entities. These little guys. There can only be 200 in the world at a time. Or I'm not sure if it's actually difference per like a certain radius. There's no really way I can test that because after you get so far, they come out of your view. I think it's 16 blocks away. They're out of your view. But yeah, there is a limit on it where you can only have 200. So like if your wheat farms and stuff like that, they can only be so big, at least in the Xbox version. Something else that's really useful is villagers. There's well, it's not really useful, but it's useful to know. There can only be 50 villagers per world. Once you go over that, or you can't even go over that, but once you get up to that, that's all you can have. Currently, we can't breed them, but I'm assuming next update we're going to be able to U12. But yeah, right now there can only be 50 villagers per world, and we can't even breed them. The next thing is chickens. Chickens, for some reason, have their own cap limit from cows, sheep, and pigs, and they can spawn in, I believe, about 20 to 30. I think it's around 25. I don't know the exact number. I forgot it. But yeah, there's about 20 or 30 chickens that are able to be spawned in the world. And then these guys, sheep, cows, and pigs, there can only be 200. That's it. Once you get to 200, you can't spawn it anymore. Knowing that, there's really no reason to have pigs other than like looks or something like that. But cows will give you food, and then sheep obviously you need for wool, for builds. So yeah, I would just stick with the cows and sheep if you're going to do like mass farming or anything like that. But another thing is dogs have their own spawn limit, and so do squids. I don't know their actual limit, but they do have their own separate limit. So that's kind of useful. I don't really know what you need to know the limit for squids are. Well, same thing with dogs. Well, I guess dogs would be kind of useful because you can only have so many friends in the world. But another thing that's pretty useful to know is that the limit is different from what are these things called? Not I can't remember. Dimensions. There we go. Like the Nether and the End. The spawn limit is different, so you can spawn 50 people, 50 villagers in the End, in the overworld, and into the Nether, and same thing with cows and pigs and everything. The limit's the same. It's just it's separate. And then another thing that's kind of useful to know is item frames. They have their own thing. Well, item frames and paintings, and that is 400. You can only spawn in 400 per dimension. And well, it's kind of I don't know if this is just in general, like if you have 400 in the world, the whole thing starts lagging. But if you have, at least when you have them all together like this, it kind of lags the game a little bit. I'm not exactly sure why. I don't even have anything in the item frames, and I'm getting a fair bit of lag. But yeah, I don't know why it lags at all. But those are all different from dimensions, and I think that's about it. Same thing with entities and stuff like that. So I'm also not really sure if because these are kind of things I can't really test unless I have other people to test them with, which I don't always get people to test me with them. But like I'm not sure if it'll create more lag if you have, say, like you have 400 item frames here, and then in another, and then in the End. I don't know if that would create more lag overall or what. Um, but yeah, there's limits on them for a reason. I mean, the Xbox can only handle so much, so they're trying to give us as much as we can without giving us too much lag to make the game still playable. But yeah, I hope you guys find this somewhat useful. Because, I mean, right now, as it stands, we can build iron golem farms now, even though iron golem's in the game yet. But we can build, the biggest we can build right now is a dual iron golem farm. Because it takes 16 villagers to spawn in one iron golem. But, Yeah, I hope you guys do find this useful. It's helped me out a little bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys later.